Good morning, students. Last class we have discussed model paper 1 and right now we are going to discuss model paper 2, children. Okay, and this is just a sample paper to tell you how and what sort of questions you people will have. That's it. Okay, not like that these questions only will come. I'm not telling you these questions only. This type of questions where you can get it. Okay, now the first question in chemistry, when a copper is exposed to air, when copper is exposed to air for a long time, it acquires a green coat because it reacts with. When copper is exposed to air for a long time, it acquires a green coat because it reacts with moist carbon dioxide. Because it reacts with moist carbon dioxide, because copper carbonate, Cu is CO3, copper carbonate is a layer which is being formed on that, so it is because of carbon dioxide, it is because of your carbon dioxide. Okay, if it is if it is silver, it is sulfur dioxide. If it is silver, it is sulfur dioxide. As it is carbonate, so it is carbon dioxide. We have studied already iron oxide. So it is presence of moisture, oxygen present for iron. For copper, it forms a green color coating. It is because of carbonate layer. So that is formed by moist carbon dioxide. If silver, if it is being there, it is silver sulfate. So black color coating which is being formed by the sulfur dioxide. Okay. Next, the number of single bond and double bond present in the structure of benzene molecule respectively. The number of single bond and double bond present in the structure of benzene is. So, see here, what is the structure of your benzene is? This will be a structure of your benzene. Hexagon shape, alternative single and double bond structure will be there. Then H, 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 H. So, it is C6, H6. This is the structure of benzene. What they have asked you is how many single bond and double bond which has been represented. Count the single bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 single bonds you have. Even this also we have counted, children. I have counted this also. First, if you want, you count only the single bond which is forming the hexagon shape. Then you can count the hydrogen bond which is formed. Okay, together I have counted. So it is 9 single bond. 9 single bond. And 1, 2, 3. 3 double bond. And you have option of, see what are the options is 6 and 6, 9 and 3, and 7 and 5, and 3 and 9. Ma'am, what is the difference between 9 and 3 and 3 and 9? See, the question is the number of single bond and double bond respectively they have given. Respectively in the sense single bond first, how many is there you have to write. Then how many double bonds you have to write. Respectively in the sense how many single bond first, then you have to write the double bond. If they have interchanged, how many double bond and then single bond respectively in the sense you have to write 3:9. But here they have asked you single bond first, so it will be 9 and 3. So 9 single bonds and 3 double bonds where you will have in the structure of your benzene. Next question. The gas liberated when sodium carbonate reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid. We have this property in acid, bases and salts. When an acid is reacted with carbonate or hydrocarbonate, when acid is reacted with any carbonate or hydrocarbonate, what gas is liberated? Carbon dioxide gas with water. Salt, carbon dioxide and water formation is there. This is the second property in your acid, bases and salts which we have studied. Same thing. The gas liberated when sodium carbonate reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid. So dilute hydrochloric acid is reacting with carbonate, sodium carbonate. Any metallic carbonate is reacting with acid in the sense. Any metallic carbonate is reacted with acid in the sense the product obtained will be salt, water and carbon dioxide. So the question here they have asked you is the gas liberated when sodium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid is carbon dioxide. Next, The molecular formula of the following cyclopropane and propene. Cyclopropane and propene. Just check out. So that is cyclopropane and propene. E. So you have to write the structure of this. So what will be the structure? You just check out. Cyclo, we know it is in cyclic structure. Propane means how many carbon, children? Propane. Monkey eats peeled banana. Monkey eats peeled in the sense 3. So you have 3 carbon. Okay, it's a cyclic structure. Cyclo it is given. So it is cyclic structure. 1 carbon, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. H. Or you can represent that in general formula itself. Cyclopropane. Cyclo C3. H. Double bond you have to represent. So it is 6. So how about here propene? Propene you just check out. Propene 6. C3. Propene. So double bond or triple bond, children? Double bond. Here 1 and 2. Here only 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the formula? C3H6. Cyclic structure and the double bond. Cyclic structure and the double bond of the carbon component. The molecular formula will remain same. See, for your cyclic structure and double bond structure of carbon component, the structures will remain, the structures will be different, but the formula will remain. The molecular formula will remain same. So what is the structure now? What is the molecular formula? The molecular formula of the both cyclopropane and cyclopropene is C3H6. Right? Yes. Next, the substance that changes the color of red litmus into blue color. So which one? Which has a property? Whether acid has the property or basic has the property? Acid has the property where red litmus will get converted into blue. Basis blue will convert into red. So here the option is, here options they have given sodium chloride solution, lime juice, so which contains citric acid in it. So it is an acid content which will change your litmus paper into red into blue. What is an example? So next question is, the amphoteric oxide among the following is, amphoteric oxide among the following. Example for amphoteric oxides, we know amphoteric oxides are the oxides which reacts with both acid and base to obtain salt and water, which reacts with both acid and bases to obtain salt and water, is nothing but called as amphoteric oxides. So here the amphoteric oxide example, basically amphoteric oxides example are aluminium oxide, zinc oxide and lead oxide. Here the options is sodium oxide, calcium oxide, zinc oxide and potassium oxide. So your answer will be zinc oxide. Your answer will be zinc oxide. Okay. Next question. An alloy that made up of copper and tin is. An alloy which is made up of copper and tin is. We know alloys we have studied about bronze, brass and solder. So these are the example for your alloys which is given in your textbook. So the same copper and tin is an example of, is an alloy of bronze. Okay. Next. When the carbon dioxide reacts with calcium hydroxide salt and water are produced. When carbon dioxide reacts with calcium hydroxide, salt and water are produced, then the nature of carbon dioxide is, see, metallic oxides will remain acidic in nature, non-metallic oxides will remain basic in nature. So here carbon dioxide will remain basic in nature. Carbon is a base, so basic oxides will remain, non-metallic oxides will remain acidic in nature, metallic oxides will remain basic in nature. So it is non-metallic oxide, so it remains acidic in nature, children, acidic in nature. So metallic oxides, that is in your property, metallic oxides will be basic in nature, non-metallic oxides will be acidic in nature. Next one. The three elements were written in the order of increasing atomic mass. The atomic mass of the middle element was roughly the average of atomic mass of the other two elements. This law was stated by, see, they have asked you for middle element average atomic mass will be given by the average of other two elements. Average if you take, will get second element's atomic mass. So what is the property? That is your Triad's law. Who proposed your Triad's law? That was proposed by Dauvergne. That was proposed by Dauvergne. Next. Carbon has the ability to form a bond with other atoms of carbon, giving rise to a large molecule. This unique property carbon has the ability to form bond with other carbon atoms. Is nothing but called as catenation. We have two properties, catenation and tetravalency for carbon compound. So here the first one, that is catenation. Next one. The group of compounds which are in homologous series. The group of compounds which are in homologous series. Homologous series in the sense they have continuous. That means methane, ethane, propane, butane, hexane, heptane. But same carbon, number of carbon atoms will remain same. Number of carbon atom keeps on increasing. Even hydrogen atom will increase. Where you can exchange of functional groups also can be taken place over there. Where CH2N carbon atoms are nothing but polys. We'll have a difference of C2N carbon components. That is CH4, C2H6 and C3H8. Next, the number of periods and group in modern periodic table respectively is. How many groups and how many periods you have? They've asked you here periods. How many periods we have? 7 periods. 7 periods and 18 groups. 7 periods and 18 groups, right? You have to write it in this way itself, not 18 and 7. They've asked you first period, then they've asked you for the group, so it is 7 and 18. If they ask you group first and period next, you can interchange 18 and 7. Okay? See the question carefully and mark, children. So this is how your chemistry questions are. Next you have your biology questions. These are your chemistry questions. Understand the question carefully and then start answering your questions, whatever it is given, children. Okay? And it is all simple questions itself. Now the biology questions. A main function of abscisic acid in the plants is, abscisic acid is to inhibit the growth of a plant. We have how many hormones present, how many hormones are present in plants? Axins, gibberellin, cytokinin, abscisic acid. So axins which helps and promotes the growth of a plant. Okay. Next you have gibberellin for stem enlargement. It has been brought about. Gibberellin, flower formation can be brought about by gibberellin. Cytokinin, I told you cell division, organ formation, delaying aging can be brought about by your cytokinin. Next you have abscisic acid which inhibits the growth of a plant. That means which stops the growth of a plant brought about by your abscisic acid. Next, the common part among the following that is found in reproductive system of both in flowering plant and human is. The common part among the following that is found in reproductive system of both flowering plant as well as humans is. I'll say the options. Vas deferens, which is present in males. Anther, which is present in flower but not in male reproductive organ as well as female reproductive organ. Style is also present in flowering plant. Okay. Ovary is the one option which is present in both reproductive system of female as well as in flowering plant. So that is your answer. Which part which is present in both reproductive system they have asked you. Next, which of the following is an inherited trait? Which of the following is an inherited trait? So here it is removal of tail in mice by surgery. Removal of tail in a mice by surgery. Which of the following is inherited trait? Acquired trait, I told you, which is acquired according to the environment. Inherited. Surgically, if the tail is removed also, the next generation will have tail. It can't born without tail. It's not possible because it has been brought about from their gene. It is inherited. Tail will be genely inherited characteristic. The blood vessels that carry blood from all the parts of the human body to the heart are veins. The blood vessels that carry blood from all parts of the human body to the heart are veins. Next. The plant that can get rid of excess of water by the process. The plant get rid of excess of water by the process called transpiration. Food, the process where the synthesis of food material takes place by phloem is through the process nothing but called as translocation. Excess of water which has been lost is because of transpiration. Next, the correct path of urine flow in the human excretory system is how the excretory system. First it is by kidney, then it is ureter, then you have urinary bladder, then you have urethra. Okay, next. This is how the path where the flow of your urine will be taken place from your kidney. It start passing through your ureter, then urinary bladder and urethra. See the diagrams also, children. Based on that also you can have the questions too. Okay, don't think that diagram will, how will they ask the questions on based on diagram. Even based on diagrams also they may ask you the question. See, by this, by diagram only you can say this, how the flow chart has been taken place in your excretory system. Next, which of the following is a biodiversity hotspot? Which of the following is a biodiversity hotspot? It is nothing but your forest. Forest is nothing but called as biodiversity hotspot because they have all plants, animals which is widely spreaded. The growth of a pollen tube towards the ovule in the following flower of a plant. The growth of a pollen tube towards the ovules in the flower of a plant is chemotropism. Is a process called chemotropism. We have hydrotropism, phototropism and all, right? So hydro where it is presence of water. Photo is with the presence of light. Trigonotropism with the presence of touch. Chemotropism with the presence of chemical component or the ovules start developing towards the flower, that is also chemotropism. So based on this tropism also the plant growth is dependent. The group that contains only biodegradable substance among the following is C, which are called as biodegradable, the substance which gets completely decomposed. A option is polythene, wood, leather. P is leather, detergent, plastic, and wood. C option is wood, grass, leather, and D is paper, bakelite, grass. I think option C is correct. That is wood, grass, leather. All are biodegradable substance. Next one. The part of a human brain that controls the involuntary actions like salivation and blood pressure is medulla. Salivation and medulla. Salivation and blood pressure is medulla. How many parts we have, children? See, cranium, which is going to protect. We have cerebrum, which is the largest part of your brain, which helps in smartness, knowledge, thinking, all the things. And next you have midbrain. There you have pituitary gland and then pituitary gland. Then you have hypothalamus, which is also called as master brain, where it is going to control the hormones which is being regulated in your body. Then you have cerebellum, which is helpful in the balancing and posture of the body. Then you have, medulla and pons. Pons, we know what is that. Some voluntary actions which has been taken place. Expansion of contraction and relaxation of your iris and blinking of eyes is all brought about by your pons. Here salivation and blood pressure, heartbeat has been brought about by your medulla. Next, which of the following is not a part of human female reproductive system? See, which is not the part of female reproductive organ? Ovary is there in female, uterus is there in female, Fallopian tube is there in females. Vas deferens is present in males. So this is what vas deferens, which is present in male, which is not present in female. They've asked you. This is what. And the main purpose of construction of water harvesting structure is to. The main purpose of construction of water harvesting structure is to recharge the groundwater. Recharge the groundwater. The pure tall pea plant is crossed with short pea plant. Capital T, small t, small t. The ratio of the pure tall pea plant to a short pea plant produced in F2 generation is, see, a tall capital T and small t, if it is crossbreeded in F2 generation, the ratio in monohybrid cross is 3:1. We know in dihybrid cross we have 9:3:3:1, 3:1, right? The same way here in your monohybrid cross, only single traits which they have taken, so they have only 3:1 ratio. The wings of the bat and the pigeons are the example of. The wings of bat and pigeons are the example. You can easily find out by the example. Bat and pigeons are helpful. Flying is common, correct? Which has the same function but different structure, are nothing but called as analogous organs. Analogous organs. Organisms having the same structure with different functions is nothing but called as homologous organs. Organism having the same function but different structure means their function is different, but the flying will be common. Both the functions are same. They are said to be as your analogous organs. Okay. So this is your model paper 2, children. As I told you, 12 marks in your chemistry and 14 questions will be there in your biology. So go through these questions. I can tell you not same type of questions. Such kind of questions will be asked. Okay. So be prepared. Go through your textbooks also and diagrams also. Don't think that you don't have questions from your diagrams and all. Even based on the diagrams also they may ask you the questions. Okay. Be prepared, children. Next week by this time I think you would have finished your exams. Okay. Be safe. Go through the paper. If any doubts is there, no other go, you have to go through your textbook, or if you have any doubts, if you have, please come to the office or just text me whatever the doubts if you have, I'll reply to it. Okay. Thank you, children. Be safe.